Gonna briefly pop up to Zoom. Naturally, I hear Greg.
In the criminal justice system, the people are represented. The police who investigate crime and the district attorneys who prosecute the event.
Greg,
Stories.
I'll have to try that one again though. Yeah, I'm telling you, I hear your TV. I mean, I don't make accusations. Just, I don't make accusations. Don't make
Well, you had everything working perfectly this morning, so in
Well, I
between
met,
now
I
and then.
yeah, but I messed with it after this morning. That's the problem.
Well, I'm gonna say, even if you hadn't, it would magically reset during the day.
Probably. Well, we'll get back to that. Hello, everybody. Welcome into Wednesday night, May 14th, 2025. Ken Style Live with the Zoom homies. The Zoom homies with Ken Style Live. Darren, Rich, Bill, Greg, Jeff, and Sam just joined us. And looking at chat here, I can't move chat. Wonderful. Now I'm going to verify audio by turning up my audio. Yeah, I have audio. So that's good. Yeah, I worked on Stream Deck this afternoon. I actually recorded 3 videos that I'm trying to get uploaded. I showed you a little snippet tonight with the trailer. More importantly, though, my DaVinci Resolve, and Greg's going to go flip in his yard when he hears this, doing cartwheels. My DaVinci Resolve machine grounded to a halt. So I shut everything down. I hit the old power thing down there, reset, restart your machine. And guess what popped up again? The blue screen.
Corrupted file.
I didn't take the time to read it. I just
Is that
I
the
just
10
hit.
or the 11 machine?
That's the 11 machine, and that's twice now. It did it last night when the power went out. I used Rick Lake's method of hitting the power button, unplugging it, turning the power supply off, holding the power button down, draining all the capacitors and everything, and plugging it back in. I did not do that this afternoon. What I did was I turned it off. I waited 4 or 5 minutes, turned it back on, and it fired right up. So I'm going to test it later. And if it does it again, then I'm going to have to do some repairing. John Williams says audio is good. Tony was first tonight. I can't go back for some reason. Let me see if I can go back in the studio, or let me see if I can go back in OBS. I should be able to. Tony Waddle was first. Sam was second. Greg was third. Sweet Mila joins us from the Philippines. Hello, Sweet Mila. John Williams, how many takes did it take to get that? It took one. Yeah, that was a legitimate bogey. I actually, that was when I could hit 110 yards to get to the green, and it took one. Now the ball that I picked up, that would have been for par, but I figured, yeah, I've already made a birdie. Why worry about the silly little par? So that's why I picked that second ball up. Yeah, I'm pretty happy like the way I've got this running, because right now, if I hit the interrupted button, now we can be heard, because the way I've got it set up is the microphone and the speakers automatically come back on.
So it
Wintermute joins
shuts
us in
off,
chat.
shows the screen for a while, and then returns.
I think I got it set on 20
All
seconds
with
right
one
now.
button.
All with one button, yes. All with one button. Same thing if I were to say, oh, I'm running late, I'm going to start the show at 10:05, I'm going to hit the start the stream button, which is this one. Because the KSL did not come in like it's supposed to, but that's fine. I'll fix that later. Now we can talk. Now they'll hear us.
So I shouldn't say blankety blank those YouTube watchers.
Not while the Zoom is on. Now, if I put this, and I think Sam will tell me why my ones. I think I need to go refresh something. The thing I have to remember is that button is instant. And as soon as I hit that button, it severs everything. If I'm talking, I say, well, I'm going to hit the button now, and I press the button. While I say button, it's done. You cannot hear me say button. I found that out earlier today. John Williams put in exclamation mark S. There is no speaker bot. This is Stream Deck. And I've got 4 main things set up and 2 sub things set up. Now, I suppose, and I don't want this to be technical tonight whatsoever, but I suppose, no, I can't do that. I was going to say, I think I can go into the introduction and figure out why that's not playing the introduction like it's supposed to, but I'll do it after the stream, because if I go to OBS and hit the introduction button, then it's going to bring up the introduction over YouTube. And now we can still be being heard, by the way, because I'm using OBS. But it's not playing. So I'm going to try to figure out as to why it's not playing. And it might just sit there for a minute because I did not anticipate this issue at all tonight. It's an OBS issue. I can't even go in to change it. So I'm going to hit the, well, maybe I can. So I'm temporarily going to change it here. Hit OK here. There we go. Now it's going to work. Now if I go back to the main Zoom, I'm aware that the audio was going out. So if anybody says anything in chat, I'm aware of that. We're back to main Zoom, so we're going to see now the on strike.
There was some music or a sound in the background when that thing was spinning around.
There should be. There should be a little bit of weird music on that. John says the bot is on strike. Yeah, the bot's broken. I mean, it's just broken. One might work. Nope. I actually have the Stream Deck programmed to do the end of stream. I was a Stream Deck. Doug's little show today for an hour got me actually motivated enough to go in and fix some things and make some things work. So, Ski Man joins us in chat and says, hit the eject button. I do not. Now, I am curious as to what this one does. That one doesn't do anything. Interesting. Didn't do a thing. Nothing changed. Now, I bet if I hit this one, you're going to see Windows 11. If you're watching the live stream, you are now looking at Windows 11 because that's the way I have this particular scene set up is to show my Windows 11. Now, if I wanted to not show that, I would turn it off in OBS and turn this on here, but it's the same one. Oh, no, actually, it's still the same one. Not supposed to be, but whatever. So now if I go back to this one, this will bring Zoom back. That's why I created that button. So if I do a screen share to YouTube, I can get back to Zoom with the push of a button. Tony says, yes, Ghetto built for figures. Haven't heard from Ghetto. I got an email from him late last night, and he said they got back from the hospital late and didn't say anything about how Natasha was doing. So hope he's okay. Haven't heard from Alex today. Of course, it is Wednesday, so he's probably not even home yet. It's just 9:10 in his neck of the woods. So
What happened to Natasha?
she had to go in for some kind of a test or procedure or something, Chris. I really didn't quite follow what Ghetto was saying, but I know she was going in for something. I don't know what that something was. So, and Wintermute, if Wintermute, are you still in chat? If you're here, put a number in chat. Yeah, just any number. Pick a number between 1 and 2. I mean, just any number, any old number. It doesn't matter what. Call Alex to get it fixed. Maybe Doug has some suggestions. Doug actually showed me some things. I actually was trying some things earlier today. Long Dog joins us in chat. Hello, Long Dog. What did you think of the Bing wallpaper today? It's like they created a fort in some limestone for ships. I did not see the Bing wallpaper today. Which system is that, on 11 or 10? Yeah, I don't recall seeing. Of course, I've got mine set up for
Well,
specific
I
things.
guess
So
I don't do wallpaper. I see a Bing sort of like a screensaver thing that could be used
right,
for wall.
I have to
right.
have a solid background. I can see better.
And I don't get the same one as other folks always. I mean, it's just
Don't get
when
them
you
at
say I
all.
like it or I don't like it, that skews what they're sending you.
I gotta laugh at John. Windows 7 with address. Wintermute is here. He put a number in chat. Wintermute was right. Earlier today, I was explaining some things on using Stream Deck, and all of a sudden on the BST and the ADT, there was something popped up behind it. Well, that's because I had gone to the Zoom scene and I had turned on one source that wasn't supposed to be turned on. And when that came on, that's what popped up. And I kind of sort of figured that's what it was, but at the time I wasn't 100% sure, and I verified that. Actually, after I ended the Doug's coverage today, or whatever you want to call it, I went in and I think it was I honestly don't remember which one it was. Wasn't that one? Wasn't that one?
So Doug came on at some point.
No. Doug put a comment on his
Well, right. I watched you this
thing.
morning because he said he wasn't doing something till tomorrow.
Right.
I thought maybe you meant he showed up later or something.
No, he texted me.
All right.
I put a Ken Stout special comment about his trailer, because his original trailer led you right back to YouTube. It was kind of funny. I don't know if he did that intentionally or if it was an accident or what. And I should have written down which one of this was, because now I can't get it to work. But you'll have to believe me when I tell you. See, that one started to play, but I instantly shut it off. But I know it was one of the pictures. I just didn't know which one it was. So, not a big deal. Susanna Morgan, proud single mother, joins us. Hello, Susanna. And we are at that time of the show where Long Dog drops us a link for something. Oh, probably the wallpaper. Ski Man said he saw that. Yeah, all you gotta do is watch the stream. And there was a little bit of I forget what Rick called it. There was a specific term, and there was the audio did glitch a little bit. He didn't call it glitching, but it did glitch a little bit. And I think that was due to the Stream Deck. I'm not 100% sure though. I think that's what it was. I couldn't tell you. So Long Dog's link takes you to a website about what was on Bing today. Okay, it's kind of cool. I like the color of the water. Yep, that is pretty cool. So I'm going to reach over. This is what I learned today while I was practicing this. Good thing Greg wasn't here because it was hell. And I am going to press the button. But before I press the button, I'm going to stop talking because if I don't stop talking and press the button, it'll cut me off.
I got muted last night, didn't
You were snoring.
I?
I know. I can't believe that
And
you actually were
I,
snoring.
I woke up, nobody knew I was awake. Brian had said, I heard Brian say you could put Chris Garrett as host and he would never know it. And a few minutes later I said, Brian, I heard you. Now, if I was host, I wouldn't have said anything. I would have just put him in the waiting room.
That's all, folks.
I try to check if when I leave who gets the hosting. Sometimes I don't get it exactly right. Now this is going to take us back to Zoom. And again, we can talk. Now we can't talk. I mean, we can talk, but now we're being heard. So I put the technical thing on so I could go look at something in the Stream Deck setting to see if it was right. I'm going to try this again. I'm going to press the button and I'm going to stop talking at the same time.
Yes, I'm here, unfortunately.
I know that feeling.
I'm
And I hit the
watching the
wrong
entire
button because our
watching
audio
it
is
all.
going out. Why is that not playing? I wonder. No, I hit
I
that intentionally because
I
it's locked up.
do not know what all we have running in the background.
Nothing.
That's all, folks.
Oh yeah, I've Zoom. I
And
mean, yeah, obviously. But other than
OBS.
that, Zoom, OBS, and the Stream Deck is running. So that's going to kick back to the Zoom, and it does.
Does anything else play?
No, this afternoon it worked flawlessly. That's probably why it's not working now, is because
Probably.
it's probably got a 15 time limit. And
Yeah.
I don't think I can look at this while being in there, because if I click on a scene, it's going to switch to that scene. So I really can't look at that
Yeah.
without switching the scene. I guess I could make the technical difficulties about 5 minutes in length rather than 20 seconds. I mean, I don't even think the great Doug Betts himself can solve something in 20 seconds. He's not here, is he?
No, not that I know of.
I'm
here.
I'm just poking fun at him. Um, so okay, I'm working on something here. I'm actually, by virtue of being able to go into the Stream Deck, I can go look at. I'm gonna try it one more time, and if this doesn't work, I'm gonna go howl at the moon.
That's all, folks.
It sounded like trumpets.
All right. Well, I'm going to give up for tonight. There's the email if you want to join us on Zoom. I'm hearing a background TV, and I have no idea who it is. All right. See everybody tomorrow on Doug's at noon. If I'm back from my interview. If I'm not back from my interview, then I'll see you when I get back from my interview. Thank you, everyone. I will need to. Yeah, I'm actually going to shut this machine down and restart it. I'll probably do an unlisted live stream to see what's going on. We're at 21 minutes, and I'm setting this down. Good night.